Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, this is Megneous and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Dinosaurs. Today is probably going to be a mining day down in the depths of who knows where we are. And because there's not a whole lot to do on the surface today, I don't know. We have our Spinosaurus egg, but we can't make it yet. We can't hatch it because we don't have enough iron. So I'm gonna try to focus on getting iron today down here, as well as I got the sudden urge that I wanted to hatch some dodos. But, yep, good thing I brought another one. But unfortunately, I can't hatch dodos until I have dodo DNA, and dodo DNA comes from the permafrost, so we're gonna be focusing on trying to find permafrost as well. So I've already found myself a cavern, and we're gonna dig around here, and hopefully not die a terrible, terrible death. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and get my water bucket, because in our first series, you guys may remember, in our first map of Minecraft Dinosaurs, I ended up dying one time, simply because I accidentally stepped in the lava, so we're not gonna make that mistake again. Some announcements. There is no dinosaur news for today because, you know, no new research. It's something we've gotten used to. Not very surprising, but sort of sad. I would like to talk about new dinosaur stuff. There is, of course, new stuff going on in my life, though. So, first of all, I have completed the entirety of the Korean language program. Huzzah! For those of you who are curious as to what I'm talking about, maybe you haven't been around long enough to remember when I first joined the social integration program for Korea, but I am in the process of becoming a naturalized citizen of South Korea, and as such I have to take Korean language classes despite the fact that I already speak Korean, because I need to take a test with written Korean and reading Korean, which is very different from speaking Korean, of course. And so I've been taking classes for that, and I am finally done with all of the actual classes. Now that I'm done, in approximately 2.5 months, I'm going to be taking a test to test my skills. And after that, I will take one final course, which is a culture course. I don't really think I want any gold. I don't have any particular use. Oh, I think we may have stumbled upon... stumbled upon one of those rail tracks, one of those mining freaking bones. But yes, so culture class, and then after I finish the culture class, I will be done with the social integration program, and I will be one step closer to getting my citizenship and stuff. Fun times. And another ancient sword that I don't necessarily want, but I will take nonetheless. So that's something new. Additionally, I went through my email and I responded to all of my emails from my loving fans. Thank you so much for your emails. If you guys don't know, you guys can totally email me and I will respond eventually if you send me a message that I can at least understand to megneous@gmail.com. Some of my messages are quite short because I don't have a lot of time and it takes me several weeks to get around to checking my emails sometimes. Well, not checking it, but responding. And one subscriber in particular sent me, hello, zombie. Yes, thank you for dying. Goodbye. One subscriber in particular sent me a message that sort of touched me in the heart. I was moved, and I felt like talking about it. So one of my subscribers said that he loves to watch our Minecraft Dinosaur videos, and he loves to watch the Pokemon Minecraft videos. You guys can go check out that series if you haven't already, although I get the feeling that you have. And he said that although he really appreciates the episodes and he likes learning about dinosaurs and, and space and things like that, his mother, on the other hand, his mother seems to be very upset that he still likes video games, because apparently in her mind video games are things for children. Well, that's her opinion, I suppose, but I would like to point out that there are many, many, many mothers who watch this series on my channel. Lots of mothers have sent me emails thanking me for making an educational YouTube channel, for giving their sons and daughters something that's fun, educational, and moderately clean for them to watch. And I think that people who think that video games are just for children are really sort of missing out on something. The fact that you know, over the past 20 years, video games have really matured into their own art style, I would say. I would say that video games are a medium to communicate a message or a story in many cases, and video games are no longer just something for small children. As those who played video games have grown up, so have video games grown up with us. And I mean, this particular subscriber, I'm not going to say who he was, but I believe he was only 15? And that's sort of strange because there are video games that are only rated for people who are over the age of 18. So to say that video games are just a child's plaything, I think is really sort of odd and maybe even English ill-informed. It makes me really sad to think that there are people who are saying things to their children like, you shouldn't play video games because video games and cartoons, they're for children. I think that video games have taught me a lot more about life than public school ever did, that's for sure. Of course, I went to a very, very bad public school district, so that's probably not saying much, but nonetheless, like, video games taught me a lot about science, and not just science, but science fiction-like things that it inspired me to check it out in real life, and oh, hello, skeleton. I don't appreciate you shooting me. I would like to be able to mine in peace. Please and thank you. Alright. But yeah, so all sorts of things in video games have inspired me to check out real-life science to... My gosh, where did this come from? Go away. Ugh. I bet it came from the ceiling. Disgusting. But yeah, so for example, Mass Effect. Mass Effect is a science fiction game. I don't know what it's rated, so maybe you guys aren't technically allowed to play it depending on how old you are. But Mass Effect, at least the second one, had a lot of interesting science fiction stuff in it that could have, for example, inspired someone to check out stuff like, say, quantum entanglement. They use quantum entanglement for particular atoms to communicate faster than the speed of light in Mass Effect 3. Now, well, Mass Effect 2. Unfortunately, in real life, I found out after reading a lot about it that that actually can't work that way. At least we're pretty sure currently that that could never happen, because quantum entanglement does not mean anything like what Mass Effect made it do. But it's still an interesting thing to read about, and I definitely learned something interesting by reading, so I don't see why this could necessarily be a bad thing. Of course I can see where some others may be coming from, saying, yo, you should totally... Do I have any food? I do not have any food, but I do have wood, so I can make... I don't want to use this wood for this, but I have no choice. There we go. And now we eat. So I can understand how mothers may say, like, you know, you should really focus on things that are more important for your future at this time, such as school. And I agree with that. I think that school is very, very important, assuming that you go to a school that actually teaches you something. Unlike my schools when I was younger, I had maybe 2 teachers that I really enjoyed and really taught me about life and science. And my mathematics teacher was freaking amazing. But I think that one can do well in school and learn a lot in school and play video games at the same time, so just... I don't know, I think maybe it could be just conservative parents in general who feel this way about video games, and... I don't know, I told the subscriber, I said, well, you know, maybe you should tell your mother that there's this guy you watch on YouTube who plays video games for a living. He gets paid to do so and lives off of his revenue for playing video games. And he's also very well educated, he speaks multiple languages, and... You know, he graduated from university with a very high GPA, so such things are possible. You can love video games and be a very successful person. I just don't understand the hatred for video games that some parents seem to have. I know if I ever have children, oh goodness gracious, that'll be a strange time in the world when Megneous has children. I'm sure I would make an amazing father, but nonetheless, I am not currently ready to have children of my own. But if I ever did, I think that I would very much encourage my children to play video games. I would try to make sure that they understood, for example, if they play semi-violent video games, that violence in video games is one thing, but violence in real life is completely different. And not only will violence in real life get you in trouble with the law, but their father will definitely punish them as well. So, I think with moderation and parental supervision, I think that video games can be a very useful learning experience and learning tool for children. I mean, we're playing a game where we're learning about dinosaurs, for goodness sakes, right now, for Minecraft Dinosaurs. Admittedly, Pokemon, our other series in Minecraft, doesn't necessarily teach you a lot about science, and it doesn't teach you a lot about math or anything like that, but the Pokemon anime, for example, I watched it when I was a child, and looking back on it, I saw a few episodes recently because I got back into a Pokemon kick. And if you watch the series, Pokemon, the cartoon, really teaches a lot of things that I would want my child to learn. Like the sharing, and the protecting one another, and working as a group, as a team. Overcoming difficult odds by relying on your friends and family. I think that those are... please tell me we have more torches. We do not have more torches. Alright then, pretty sure somewhere over here I saw some coal. I think I'm just going to carry around sort of a manufacturing thing. Because surely... Nope, I'm going to avoid the skeleton. Clearly I can't avoid the skeleton. Ah, sigh. Go away. No. Go. Go! Alright, we're good. We're good. No worries. But yeah, Pokemon... Even today, if I watch Pokemon the first movie with Mew and Mewtwo and his clones and stuff, I'm still moved by the things that are said and the things that happen in that movie. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, so I'm not going to spoil it. It's sort of a really old movie at this point. Guys, seriously. I'm trying to talk about Pokemon, do you mind? Go away. Looks like the bat is stuck in the wall. Yeah, I'm not gonna deal with you guys. Oh, sigh. Okay, that didn't work at all. Guys, please, I want to talk about Pokemon. I'm such a mature person. Ah, seriously? Is there like a spawner somewhere around here? This is seriously ridiculous. There. Stay over there. But, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by like 50 skeletons. I think that Pokemon in general, although it is sort of cliche and the story is very predictable a lot of the time, I think that if you ignore the fact that sometimes it's not very entertaining and just look at the morals behind the episodes, I think that and Digimon as well, I think that Digimon is very similar in the lessons that it teaches. Those are things that I would like my children to learn. And if they're not going to be taught them well at school, or if the school, for example, has issues with I don't know, not paying attention to good kids and siding with bullies, which I know that there are several schools that are like that, unfortunately. I would like my children to learn about life from Pokemon, because Pokemon, it's just nice. Where? Nah. Oh well. 56. Alright. That's good. And I forgot where we were going. I'm sure at this point it doesn't really matter. Let's just hop up here. Of course, there are more dudes just waiting for us. Come here, creeper. Come here. Oh, can you not come here because of the water? Alright. I'm gonna take that as a good thing, and I'm just gonna go up here instead. There's so many mobs down here. Ow! Oh, sigh. And my sword is breaking. Are we good? Are we good? I think we're good. Alright. Put down the torches. Protect ourselves. But, I don't know if you guys watch Digimon as well. I know that lots of you guys are Pokemon fans, because you guys love Pixelmon. But Digimon as well is one of those things where, despite the fact that it is a children's cartoon, it's made in Japan for children, Japanese children. Oh, that is a poison-spitting spider. That's not good at all. Please don't kill me. Okay, we're good. Despite the fact that it is made for children, Japanese children specifically, I think that basically the entirety of it is just really good moral lessons for young children. And the fact that, you know, I'm in my mid-20s and I can still find it pretty entertaining probably speaks a lot to the fact that it's just something cool to watch and good, wholesome entertainment for the entire family. I think that this is especially useful for entertainment for children, other than, if you want to avoid things that may be questionable entertainment, like, I don't know, a lot of reality shows these days. I get the feeling that they're not exactly great for children. Developing MTV is probably not so great anymore now that it's no longer about music. There's all sorts of stuff in mainstream society that I don't think is really appropriate for the development of children. There's a lot of anti-intellectual attitudes in society, some of which I've even encountered here on this channel. A lot of people show up and they're like, enough with the science, I just want to watch you play the game. And I'm like, well guys, the game gets pretty boring if you don't talk about stuff. So in light of that, we're gonna talk about science, because science is cool. So I'm not really sure what causes that sort of thing to happen, but whatever that is, it sure as heck isn't in Pokemon and Digimon. Because Pokemon and Digimon are like all over being smart. Probably has something to do with the fact that in Japan, maybe not being smart so much, but doing well in school is pretty important. In Japan as well as Korea. So I can see where those things come from. Guys, I don't know where you came from, but you guys need to get out of here. Come on. Go. I do not have a sword. I'm just gonna fill this in. Because I do not trust anyone at the moment. Yep, we're good. Alright. And we're sort of trapped, I guess, but this is okay, because we're basically out of time for this episode anyway. Thank you. Oh yeah, see, we're surrounded by zombies. Great. It's like Left 4 Dead 4 up in here. But anyway, thank you so much everyone for watching. My name is Megneous. Hopefully we have some dinosaur news for next time, and I will see you next time.